So hello everybody and welcome along to round 5 of the Hyperdrive Div 2 Championship. It is Silverstone this time around. It is the third sprint weekend of the calendar and we are ready to see 14 I think it is that have signed up of Div 2's great drivers get to work and go racing around streets of Silverstone, or streets I should say. I don't think everyone is in yet. I think there is 14 that needs to be in for it to be 14 needs to come in for it to be full, because I think 14 have checked in. Let me just check. Oh no, 11. Oh, only 11 have checked in. Some people must have cancelled late, so that might be everybody. 3, 6, 9. That is everybody when everyone has selected a team, so we might be able to get going shortly. Just making sure the audio's all good. Just making sure the audio's all good. Just making sure So yeah, that is most people ready up. We might be able to get going soon. So yeah, we should be able to get going soon. All 11 people are in, I'm pretty sure. So we will get going with short quali, obviously the new format this weekend. It used to be one shot, but that went a bit poorly, let's say. So we're trying short quali. I don't know how it fared in the Div 3 race yesterday, but let's hope it goes all well today. Just keep an eye on the chat now, so we know when we're going to get going. Should be any minute now. And this is quite crucial because I think the championship leader isn't showing up today. He said he can make it by 8:30, but obviously he won't be able to make the race in time for that. So this is a very big chance for those behind him. Let's just check the standings to see who is in contention. It's a big chance for those drivers to leap up the standings. So yeah, Big Bertie, he cannot make it. He is leading the championship, so it's a big opportunity for K5 M5 to take the lead. He is 9.5 points off the back of Big Bertie, so this is a huge chance for him to take the championship lead. Mars also not showing up, who is third in the standings. So, and Robot Reaction in fourth, just behind that. So there's a big opportunity for K5, M5, and Robot Reaction to take the lead of the standings, or I guess first and second, with the absence of Mars and Big Bertie. So yeah, it's going to be a very crucial race for their sakes. I don't know why it's taking a while to ready up. I think we have. Okay, 5M5 is actually pointing out something quite interesting. Every driver on the grid is at a different team apart from Aston Martin. So it's going to be easier to tell who is who, thankfully. But we are waiting on one person, looks like Teo. And there are a few trialists today, a few Div 2 trialists. So, meaning this is their first race, and like people will keep an eye on them to make sure they're good racers. I'm sure Div 2 is a very good league. So I think all should go well. Yeah, so just waiting for Teo to join, and we should be all good to go. Yeah, so just waiting for Teo to join, and we should be all good to go. Yeah, so just waiting for Teo. I'll just can't echo. Okay, that's a good point. Where is Hunter? What has happened to Hunter? Because I remember him being right up there in the standings, and then. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, still waiting on this mysterious Teo person, who I've never heard of, but he is a Div 2 driver, I think, a Div 2 trialist, as this might be his first race. My my mic just turned off for some unknown reason. Yeah, we are awaiting Teo. Yeah, we are awaiting. And we do appear to be readying up, so it looks like we are going to get going. Imbo Teo has not joined, but we are getting going. So all the drivers readying up, ready to start short quali here at Silverstone. So all drivers readying up. Here we go, we are loading in, ready to have 18 minutes of quali. Fastest lap will take the pole for the sprint race. F123 hasn't updated to the current sprint format, but in my opinion, I prefer the old one. I have a sprint race today, obviously, in real life in Belgium. And now we've got the sprint race here at Hyperdrive Div 2 at Silverstone. The countdown to qualifying begins. 10 seconds. And qualifying is off. We are getting ready for the first cars to come out on track. Obviously, they'll be sorting out setup and the amount of fuel they want to put in, whether they want to go for one quick lap on the lowest amount of fuel just to get a quick lap in, or if they're going to go for a few, trying to just get a few bank laps in. But everyone will have a different style. I can see a car going out the pit lane. I can see quite a few. Everyone looking to get early laps in. And who is going to be the first one on track?
Let's hope we see a good effort from McLaren here today. In recent times, they've fallen to somewhat of a midfield.
It's excellence. Excellence on his outlap, the first one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yes, this is a Div 3 driver, but making the jump to Div 2 as a reserve, as there's only 11 people in this lobby. This will be half points because there is less than 14 drivers in the lobby. But yeah, a few drivers on their outlaps. We've got Party Ghost also there. He's a very quick driver. But the favourite going into this weekend is most likely K5M5, as he makes his way down towards Cops. All of these trying to warm up their tyres, but all of them are on softs, I'm assuming. Yeah, all of these are on softs. Only 3 drivers in the pits at the minute. There won't be any team plays going on here unless you're Aston Martin, because everyone is in a different car. It'll obviously be easy to tell who and who apart. Robot Reaction has now come out of the pit lane. So who will be the first car to start his lap? I think it is Excellence. So Excellence will be the first to cross the line. He's going to start his lap and he will set the time. All the others have to aim for. So let's ride on board. Let's see how this lap is. 7th gear into turn 1. It's really on the border of 8th and 7th gear into there. Also on the border of 4th and 3rd. He goes down to 2nd in here. Shift up to 3rd. Around turn 4, navigated nicely. Get on the power. Now flat out down to turn 6 for Williams getting out of the way. Into turn 6, braking at the 50-metre mark. Hits the curve nicely. Goes a bit wide, but that'll give him a nice exit down towards Cop's corner. Looks like a pretty decent lap so far. Oh, he's gone a bit wide though, and that might be an invalidated lap, unfortunately. I'm just going to see. If I can put the track map. If I can put the track map on. Track map. What track map? That don't make a difference. Anyway, NSO Burt, the only one not to come in yet. I'm not sure whether Excellence invalidated his lap or not. But he will be the first to cross the line. A time might pop up or it might not. Excellence crosses the line. And it's a 1:26.8. That is the rest everyone has to aim for. K5M5 coming to the line now. And he beats that by nearly 5 tenths. 26.3. Who will be next across the line? Looks like Lee Bob is currently on a lap. As Party goes to P3, 3 tenths behind Excellence, and just over 7 tenths behind K5M5. Lee Bob navigating his way through a chicane, definitely avoiding those curves, you don't want to get on them. But can Lee Bob put his Alfa Romeo, and he goes P4, just under a tenth behind Party Ghost. Who will be the next across the line? Looks like Lucky Lemon is on the lap. I hope he gets an out lap, so he's now going to come to the line. Very quick driver. Where can he put his Aston Martin? Goes P2. Nice lap there by Lucky Lemon. Just 4 tenths off, but hello. Dravzal, don't know how to pronounce that, has just smashed the rest, gone nearly 4 tenths quick, gone over 4 tenths quicker than K5M5. I think this must be a trial race for him because I've never heard of him, but he's certainly setting good first impressions. And it is Ferrari on top at the moment. Is anybody else on a lap right now? I think Clorian is also on a lap. As there's a car in front, are we going to get out of the way? They're boxing, so that won't interfere. Clorian heading through the last few corners. Looks all neat and tidy. He's going to cross the line. Where's he going to put his Williams? And goes P5, just behind Excellence. And NSO Burt, well, Kato Tuma's retired. I'm not sure why. And NSO Burt has... Oh, he's come out of pits now. He hasn't had pits for a while, but he's finally coming out. Clearly wants some clear air, while everyone else is boxing this lap, I think. But yeah, Dravzal, very good lap. Puts in P1 by over 4 tenths to K5M5, who is second in the championship. So let's keep an eye on NSO Burt right now, because he's the only one who hasn't set the lap yet, which is still running. So he should be setting a lap this time around, warming up his tyres. He's going to be cold coming out of the pits. Already a third of the way through his session and hasn't set the lap yet. Currently it is Dravzal, and that's going to kill me the whole time if he's looking at the front. We're going to have to talk about him. But yeah, a name I can't pronounce is currently first. All the way down to Robot Reaction in 9th, and NSO Burt is yet to set his lap, but that is about to change within a few seconds, as he'll start the lap. So NSO Burt so far on his lap, through sector 1. I'm just gonna check whether I can change the settings in some way. I'll try and change that in between intervals. But anyway, NSO Burt is still on his lap through Marix and Beckett's. It's all nice. Don't think he's invalidated so far, as Robot Reaction actually was on a lap and he has gone up to P6. The best lap there by the admin. But NSO Burt's still on his lap, 6th gear through Stowe. In track limits nicely. Into the final chicane. nicely close to the curbs. And now through the last corner. Where can he put his Mercedes? He goes P8. And it's very close from P4 down to P8. Just over a tenth separating all of them. But still, that Ferrari time, unmatched at the moment. We've got a few more cars coming out for laps. I think they're doing 3 laps. As this looks like Excellence is on a lap. Currently P4. Can he improve his position? Oh wait, oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it now. We have now got some telemetry. So, Excellence, 2 temps up on his first lap. If he keeps that up, then he could... He's gaining about 2 temps. Could be on for P2 at the minute. Going down to Cops. This is where he went off earlier. Can he keep the track limits this time? Yes, he can. Right on the limit there. Very nice. Can he go well through Cops? Yellow flag in sector 2, but I think that's for cars letting each other by. Heading down towards Stowe's car up there, 1 minute tyres up. I don't think it will interfere with Excellence though. Through Stowe. Car gets out of the way, Red Bull. Heading down into Club. He's to nail this if he wants to get any higher. Looks very tidy. Now going, run to the line. Where's he going to put his AlphaTauri? Goes P2. Very good lap by Excellence. And less than 2 tenths behind Dravzal. So, nice lap there by Excellence. Who else is on lap a minute? K5M5 warming his tyres up. I think the Red Bull of Berkey Balance might be on a lap currently. I think he's the closest person to the line at the moment. So we'll stick with him. He's slightly improved on his first lap. Heading down as Cops, 8/4 gear, he sticks with 8 and gets it nicely through Cops. So there's a car up there, let's hope they won't interfere because interfering in qualifying will result in a qualifying car. Oh, they're pissing anyway, so we'll get out of the way nicely, out into Club. Where can Berkey Balance put his Red Bull? Ooh, very close to the curb on the inside there, very risky, but coming to the line. He goes P4. Nice lap from Berkey Balance, improves by nearly 4 tenths in his earlier lap. I think K5 M5, well, Chlorian goes P4. K5 M5 is on a lap. Oh, but he looks to I think I read that correctly, he's about 6 seconds down, so he may have aborted. And yes, he did abort, he's coming in the pits now. I think Dravzal is back out, and is he on a lap, or is he starting a lap? We're going to find out anyways, and he was on a lap. And he improves his lead even further. He's now 3 tenths clear of the next car. And he's fine over here, as Lee Bob goes up to P4, nice lap by him. Anybody else on a lap at the moment? I think Lucky Lemon might be on a lap, and he's currently just set a purple middle sector. Can Lucky Lemon do something about Dravzal? As gets it nicely through Stowe. Seems quite low on fuel, but that's not going to bother him. Right, ooh, he gets on a curve, that's going to give him some time. But coming around the last corner, where is he going to go? And he goes up to P4. 2 milliseconds behind K5 M5. So right now the order is Dravzal, Excellence, K5 M5 and Lucky Lemon top 4. Anybody else on a lap currently? Robot Reaction is on an out lap, so let's watch his lap. I think he's currently the only person on a lap. Or one of the only few, if he isn't the only one. So the Ferrari 15 drives out after extending his lead. There's Alfa Romeo on track, but I think they're coming into this as well. So heading down Wellington Straight, let's see Robot Reaction's first sector. It's a 27.8, so he's actually lost time on his original fastest lap. So he's going to have to gain some back if he wants to challenge for the top 5. But Dravzal looking very much in control in this quality session, unless Excellence or K5M5 can do something about it. Oh, I think he's backed off. But yeah, he's backed off. Robot. Not having a great session so far. But we've got a whole sprint ahead of us. Remember, this doesn't determine the grid for the Grand Prix. This determines the sprint. It's not as important, but these drivers are going to want a clean race and to want to start near the front somewhat. As the 2 Aston Martins are the only cars on track at the moment. As I don't know what was going on there, but are they both going to pit now? No, Robot stays out for another lap. So he must be going again after recharging his battery. There he goes, second gear. It's quite risky, but anyway, he gets on the power. As some people come out to start their last laps. Robot into turn 1. He needs a good lap now. This could be his last lap. It'll be his last lap on very fresh tyres, because if he does another one, his tyres will be slightly warm. We're down to first gear into turn 4. Don't know about that strategy, but let's see how it works. As again, down the Wellington Straight, car in front weaving ahead, but let's hope they don't impede. As still over a tenth down on his best. But let's see if very strange shifting into these corners, but it might work out for him. He might know something we don't. Heading down into Cops, the Williams getting out of the way. That's how he's going to do into Cops. Flat out. Oh, that, and he has invalidated. He's going to have to... he hasn't got time to pit again, and I don't think he's got time to pit again and come back out on the sides, so he's going to have to recharge that battery and go again afterwards. So yeah, Robot Reaction struggling somewhat at the minute. K5M5 is the first car that came out the pit lane. Robot Reaction might go for another lap. Oh no, he's pitting. So I think that might be Robot Reaction out of the session. Because he can't make it back round. So Robot Reaction is at best 8th. So disappointing session for him, but there's still many drivers who can deny Dravzal a chance of pole. This might be K5M5's last lap. We'll have time to get around the lap again, but his ERS will be drained by then. So looks all nice and tidy into 3. Can he get a nice exit out of 4? Very close to the curve. That was nice from K5M5. Let's see his first sector. He heads down the Wellington Straight. DRS deployed. And he's slightly down on his best lap, but only half a tenth, so that is can easily improve from that, and we don't know where he was weak or strong on his previous lap. Into Cops, can he take it flat out? He can, and that's a very nice Cops getting on the curb. Into Max and Becky, he's got about 3 cars in front of him, and this is not a place to be giving up position, but the AlphaTauri going to get out the way nicely. He heads down a straight. He'll be the first car to complete his lap, and this will be his last lap as the DRS is drained by now. 7th gear through Stowe. As there's a car in front, are they going to back out? It doesn't look like it because they're starting a lap. As all very close to the curb, K5M5 is on the limit here. He's going to go to the line. Where can he get on the grid? It's P2, and he misses out on pole by 7/700ths of a second. Great effort from K5M5, but not quite enough to deny the Ferrari at the moment. I think so Burt is on his outlap. I think Burt Valiant is on his last lap. Where is he going to go? He crosses the line. Is he going to put his Red Bull? Goes P4. Nice lap by Berkey Valiant. As now the session is over, these laps will be the last. As Lee Bob heading down the straight with an Alpine quite close behind him. I don't know why they've started laps so closely, but Lee Bob, Hayne Crew, Final Chicane, he's slightly up on his best time. So where will this lap put him? He might have had a bad last sector on the previous lap, so where's he going to go? Goes P4, he's placed his Berkey Valiant from there, Particos goes 7th just behind that. And who else is on a lap? Dravzal is currently on a lap, we'll see how he's getting on. And he's only slightly down on his best time, but can he improve it again? Just to assert his dominance, really, as there's a K5M5 is going slowly along with a few others. Anyway, driver through the last chicane, gets on a curve. Can he improve on his time just to make sure that he does get pole? Oh no, he's backed out of the line. So I don't think anybody else is on a lap. Florian, oh, he might be on a lap. Oh, he actually might improve, you know. Here comes Florian to the line. No, he does not improve it over a 10th down on his original time. And I think that is everybody across the line. No, Berkey Valiant still appears to be going, but he is going very slowly, so I doubt. So I don't think he is on the lap. So I think that is your grid. Dravzal takes pole very minimally over K5M5, less than a 10th between the two drivers. Great effort by both of them. And the Ferrari just prevails. Excellence with a very good P3 coming from Div 3. It was a reserve for this race, but as there weren't many people, he has filled in and got an excellent P2. Leebob P4 also on his debut, I think. Lucky Lemon P6. Party goes P7, Chlorian P8, Robot Reaction P9, NSO Burt 10th, and Catachum, who never really got started really, retired sometime near the start. So he will start last for the sprint. But that is your starting grid for the sprint race, which will take place in a couple of moments. So great job by Dravzal, who prevails in quali. But let's see how his quali pace compares to his race pace. We know how fast K5M5 is, Lucky Lemon is, Robot Reaction is. We know how quick those guys are. Dravzal he's new. We don't know what he's like. So we're going to find out in the sprint whether the teams will go for softs or mediums, I should say. Is going to be a very interesting question. But yeah, the sprint will be starting shortly, and we're going to find out who will prevail. It's going to annoy me pronouncing the Ferrari's name all the time. But let's hope for a clean sprint. Sprint races have had a bit of a promiscuous reputation for being a bit lower on the driving standards. And oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, it is raining. Now I'm assuming most people ran dry setups for this weekend, so that's gonna mess them up. 2, how many people will have actually practiced in the wet? It doesn't look too wet. It looks inters, I'd say, and maybe it can dry up. But this is a real curveball, and yeah. But we are starting. They're gonna have to make do in the wet. It's 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. And Dravzal looks to have got a good start. K5M5 dropping back a bit. As now Excellence now on the outside. K5M5 drop back. As now Leebob into turn 1 as Excellence goes a bit wide. And now Leebob into P2. K5M5 on the inside of Excellence as the Aston Martin goes down the inside. Lucky Lemon as he's now put on the curve and they're spinning behind. As Excellence has spun round. Excellence has spun round from second on the grid. As now the Aston Martin going off as well. As now the McLaren wheel to wheel with the Mercedes Espo Burt side 10th, he's up to 5th. And the McLaren who retired, he's up to 4th. As the Alpine now on the inside of the Aston Martin, he's trying to go down the inside. Not quite make it work. As now the Lucky Lemon tried to fight back on the inside, but the Alpine's now trying to go back round the outside, and so Burt Party goes round the outside. Will Burt give him the room? Yes, he does. Nice racing. That's now down towards Cop's corner, and so Burt just behind the McLaren. What a start from Casso Hume, as now the Alpine on the outside. Party goes trying to go around the outside, doesn't quite work out, as now he's trying to get the switch back out of Cops, and these drivers are doing very well considering they've never driven in wet conditions. That's Lucky Melman down the inside of Party goes. What a move! That was audacious into Maggots and Beckett's. As now swerving their way round, Lucky Lemon goes a bit wide, trying to get a nice one on the McLaren. Doesn't quite work, but behind, Chlorian right behind. Right behind Party goes. Can he shape for a move? Into Stowe. ERS won't be as much as a problem in the wet, but he's just going to hang back for now. And so Burt still behind the McLaren. Cassachum swerving around there as Lucky Lemon. That's right on board with the Aston Martin. Oh, McLaren getting a bit squirrely as Lee Bob leads the race. Oh, what's happened to... Oh, Dravzel crashed. And I think it's a safety car. Yeah, they're all slowing down. Dravzel, who was P2 and our pole sitter, quite significantly, has crashed. The wet weather has thrown a spanner in the works. And the pole sitter Dravzel is out of the sprint, and he will start last for the Grand Prix. It's incredibly significant, and there's more movement as Cassachum, who started last and didn't even get any running in qualifying, is up to P3, as Lee Bob, who started P4, leads the race. K5M5 is still in P2 after all that, but what a chaotic start. As the first safety car of the weekend comes out, and I need to get my breath back. What a crazy start. Excellent. Spun into turn 3. We'll have a look back on that, but I'm not sure whether it was his fault. I don't know whether he spun by himself, whether he got hit, but not the start he was looking for. Florian also dropping places, Berkey dropping places. Prompt Reactions gained a few, Particos gained a few. Aston Martin, the only double car team, running quite nicely in 5th and 7th at the minute. Burt also started 10th. Him and Cassachum have rocketed past everyone. They've gone from 11th and 10th to 3rd and 4th. Great by them too, but it is Lee Bob on his debut, I'm pretty sure, who leads this race. As they'll be catching up to the safety car soon. So obviously the game clears crashes pretty much instantly, but not sure how many laps safety car will stay out for. More importantly, will this rain be staying for the rest of the Grand Prix, or will it eventually go to dry before the end of the sprint race? All these questions will be answered within the next 20 minutes, but Lee Bob will be the one determining the restart as we all bunch up to the safety car. Safety car could be in this lap, really, because everyone's already bunched up. Dravzel, well, it looks like nobody got damage, which was very good by all of them. Nobody got damage throughout all the chaos, even after all the spins. It's turn 3, it looked like. But yeah, and Excellence has got a time penalty. I'm not sure why. I mean, 3 seconds, so that means he's got a track limit penalty. So Excellence must have already gotten 3 warnings, or it just said it like just gave him a penalty straight away for corner cutting. Anyway, Excellence couldn't have had a worse start really, but it is a sprint, so it's not the end of the world. As it's looking for the position change, obviously Cassachum and so Burt, who started 12th and 11th and 10th, and out to 3rd and 4th. 8 places gained from Cassachum. Obviously a great start from Lee Bob, as the safety car is in this lap. Sorry, I was a bit distracted, but the safety car is in this lap, and it will be Lee Bob deciding when to go. He'll be one determining the pace. Can't overtake before the line. As now he goes, and he seems to have got a slight jump on K5M5, but let's look back to see if there are anyone specifically close to try and make a move to turn 1, although I don't think anyone wanted to make a move to turn 1. As we head round the last corner is Liebov from K5M5, who seems to be extremely close back at Alfa Romeo, but Enzo Burt also right behind Katachum. As I think there's a Williams, I think Clorian has spun at the back if you look on the map. Anyone looking to shape for a move into turn 3? No moves look like at the minute, all single file. It is obviously hard to overtake in the wet because there is no DRS, but NSO Burt looks to be close to Katachum. K5M5 also keeping with Liebob. We know how fast this guy is. We don't know how fast Liebob is, but going from 4th to 1st at the start is a good first impression. As now they make their way down to Cops, as NSO Burt still seems very close to the back of Katachum. That seems to be a close battle on track. All of them about 7 to 9 tenths behind each other. It's a very good camera angle. As Katachum isn't even too far behind K5M5, but all sticking with each other very nicely. Robot Reactions dropped off the back of Party Ghost a bit, but that is really... He only got more than 1 second, as Burt is very close to the McLaren now. They're both probably going to be burning ERS. Let's right on board with Burt. But they are both burning ERS, but Burt has got the slipstream, but still can't quite make a move on the McLaren. It just breaks Lason's just he's got a bit wide there. Can that give an opportunity to Lucky Lemon? No, it cannot. These three very close together. Need to make sure they stay off the curbs. It just seems to have no grip out there. Oh, you don't want to be going over there. That curb is deadly. As K5M5, look at this. 3 tenths behind Liebob. He is not letting him get away. As you don't know where to look here. NSO Burt also right, still on the back of Katachum. As I think Berkey Valiant has had a moment as well, because he's also quite far off the pack. But K5M5 still right behind the Alfa Romeo. Seems to be saving his ERS at the minute, because ERS is a very big problem around Silverstone. But anyone shaping them? Ooh! And if so, Burt's gone wide. Lucky Lemon up to P4. And he might lose place to Party Ghost as well. He does. As our Robot Reactions looking to capitalise, and he does as well. And what has happened to NSO Burt? He had such a good start, but a mistake at turn 6. I've seen him go from 4th to 7th, and now he's got to warm his tyres back up and try and get back at Robot Reaction, but not a lap NSO Burt wants to remember. So that leaves Katachum with a bit less pressure. Lucky Lemon's still just over a second behind him, and he's now actually catching the top 2. As NSO, just add to his misery, he's now got a 3-second time penalty track limits. But here comes K5M5, 3 tenths still the gap. Liebob just can't seem to break away from K5M5, and he is all over that of that Alfa Romeo. Obviously no DRS. As he's gone a bit wide as well, where K5 will be looking at where he can try and overtake, as Excellence has got ahead of Yessiburger. Oh, they're going wheel to wheel. As now Yessiburger still just about stays ahead. So just I think there's wheel to wheel there as well, as Robot Reaction and NSO Burt got wheel to wheel. NSO Burt gets the position on Robot Reaction. As Lucky Lemon also now. There's battles everywhere you look. Here's Castle Time's gone a bit wide. Here comes Lucky Lemon. What he inside into turn 5. That can iron well. They make contact. Katachum's got off the track, and now they're wheel to wheel hanging down in turn 6. They're pretty much equal. Lucky Lemon has the inside line. Can Katachum hold it right on the outside? No, he can't, but Lucky Lemon's now gone wide. He's got the switch back into turn 4. They make more contact. But it is Katachum who just holds on to it. Well, now on the exit, it's like Hamilton and Norris with a McLaren on the outside. But Lucky Lemon now on the inside with the cops. Sure, he's got a position. Unless Katachum can hold it around the outside, we're going to be burning ERS. As round the outside, Katachum's got a hit. They made more contact. Unbelievable stuff. Katachum goes off the track. That might be a legal overtake. But Katachum, after all that, still holds the position somehow. Brilliant racing between the two. As the K5M5 still all over the back of the Alfa Romeo. Look how close he is now. This is going to be a chance for a race lead. But K5M5 are both burning ERS, and Liebob is also burning his ERS. And just about has enough to hold on. Maybe he's running lower wings, but Lucky Lemon's still on the back. Is he close enough this time into Club? Casatube goes off again now on the inside into Club. Down the inside, will Casatube give him room? No! They make contact again! That's a terrible camera angle. Oh, why is that a terrible camera angle? And now Casatube on the inside. Oh, he's squirming around. But Lucky Lemon does get the place after trying for a whole lap. And whether Casatube can fight back is a different question, but Lucky Lemon now on the defence. As K5M5 still pressuring, they're both clobbering the curbs massively. As Casatube still on the back. And also Burt has caught back up to the pack, and he's now right behind Partigos. You don't know where to look in this race. At the moment, we're looking at the battle for the lead, but NSO Burt very close to the back of the Alpine. As is he going to be burning ERS? Yes, he is. So is Partigos. And he's down into turn 6. This is where he went off. This time his brakes earlier. Partigos holding the inside as Casatube goes a bit wide behind Lucky Lemon. As rounding outside into turn 7. Can NSO Burt get the move? Doesn't look like it, but look at Casatube. He's squirming around all over the place just in front of them. As now can Partigos go from defending to now attacking. As Lucky Lemon pulls away from Casatube as Casatube goes wide. Partigos goes wide. Everyone's going off. They don't know how to adapt to these wet weather conditions. As Casatube's now got a 3-second penalty. So even if he is ahead of him on track, it won't matter. They've now got a penalty. They're all very slow through there. As here comes NSO Burt trying to come at Partigos, but not quite close enough as Road Reaction's now caught to the back of all these squabbling. But K5M5, let's go back to the leaders. He still just can't quite find a way past. Lee Bob hanging onto it nicely. Oh, and there's fighting behind. I think Road Reaction's made a move. And yes, and now Partigos is trying to make a move on Casatube. As look, it's fine. They're only 3 wide. As NSO Burt behind. Excellence down the inside. Yeti Burger gets ahead, back up into P8. Now we'll be challenging NSO Burt. He's down in turn 3, can't quite make the move. Will he go for after? But he's trying to go around the outside. Oh, but he's ended up going wide and giving a position back to Yeti Burger. As Lucky Lemon now gets a 3-second time penalty. Although the car behind him is now under pressure from Partigos. As Partigos trying to go around the outside. Partigos could end up on the podium here. As now, he's been forced on the grass. Robot Reaction now trying to get back past. A brilliant race between these guys. Lucky Lemon. Oh, Robot Reaction, I should say. He just made a double overtake up into P4. What a move for Robot Reaction. Oh, he's been caught up with McLaren. And Casatube ruins Robot Reaction's glory and spins him round. Now NSO Burt back in the fight. As now the Alpine nearly spinning. Party goes round. Sorry, and Yeti Burger now trying to go around the outside of the Alpine. Oh, what a move from Yeti Burger. Goes off a trap though. That might be illegal. NSO Burt now just ahead of them. Oh my lord, I can't keep up with all this. All the battles going on the track, and we still have the battle for the lead. K5M5. He's been within like 5 tenths the whole race, but he just can't find a possibility to overtake. He's got one more lap to try and do it. But Lucky Lemon, he's got a nice gap over Casatube, so he should be P3. Oh, but look at K5M5's within a 10th now. Berkey Ballin gets a 3-second time penalty. As K5M5 drops back a bit. Oh, he's pushing him. He's pushing him around the last corner as they go on to the last lap. 2 tenths separating the race leader. This is the closest K5M5's been. Lee Bob will be burning ERS. K5 will be burning ERS, but he's got the slipstream. And how close is he? Heading into the Wellington Straight. That'll be one of 2 overtaking opportunities. As Lee Bob's looking a bit slidey. Can K5M5 get the exit he needs? No, Lee Bob's got a very nice exit. They'll both be burning all the battery they can. As there's a yellow flag in the last sector. I think that's Berkey Balance. He must have span out. Yeah, he's gone off. But it's still Casatube leading this huge train. As look at all the battling going on. Party goes wheel to wheel with Yeti Burger as into turn 6. Party goes down the inside, Yeti Burger, but Yeti Burger gets a switch back as now NSO Burt goes round the outside as now he spun round. Yeti Burger who has now spun round. Party goes all the way down as Excellence now up into P6. As let's go back to Lucky Lemon is even catching the lead too, but he's got a penalty so it won't matter. But this will be the last chance for K5M5 to get ahead of Lee Bob. He's a good exit out of Magnus and Beckison. He's got one. Here comes K5M5 is going to be burning all the ERS he has. Here he comes, heading down in the snow. It's the last lap of the race. The last overtaking opportunity. K5M5 trying to go around the outside. Tries to get the switch back, and it's a no switch back. As that one hits out, they make contact. As the Alfa Romeo on the inside to club. Will K5M5 hold it around the outside? No, yes he will. And he'll give him room, but now he's going wide off the track. As now K5M5 on the inside, Lame on the outside, but he gets a penalty. As now to the line, it'll be K5M5 who gets the win. And Lee Bob getting a penalty on the last corner. It would have been K5M5 anyway, but K5M5, what a race from him. He will win. Pass goes up to P5 after penalties. What an unbelievable sprint race that was. K5M5 was behind Leebob the entire race. Within 5 tenths, just couldn't find an overtake. And he got the move on the last corner, on the last lap when it mattered. Leebob, a brilliant drive from him as a rookie. As Party goes, finish in the end 16 milliseconds behind Katachum after Katachum's penalty. So, Lucky Lemon, a very good drive also, P3. As he started, I think, P7, and Katachum, fair play. I think it was him who span out Robot Reaction. Robot Reaction, credit to him as well, as he was up to P4 at one point after that double overtake, but Katachum span him out, I think it was. So that might go to the stewards after the race. And also, Bert, a lot of positives he can take. He made a mistake after running P4, I think it was. But yeah, mistake for him. But brilliant race, and we've still got a whole race ahead of us. So it is. So if Leebob didn't get his penalty, the gap would have been 47 milliseconds of the line. Now that would have been crazy. But it is K5M5 on pole for the Grand Prix. Leebob will be looking to redeem himself after the heartbreak of the end to his race. Many drivers, Robot Reaction included, he also got spun. Yesibo got spun as well. Burke Balance also had a spin sometime, and Drabsal, I mean, he will be kicking himself after him. I think it was a mistake by himself. It didn't seem to have anyone around him. So Drabsal, keep an eye on him because he'll be looking to make a comeback after his disappointing spin. As we know how fast he is, because he got pole for the sprint race. But K5M5 looks like the man to beat. But can Leebob stick with him in the dry, as it is a dry race this time? As it'll be difficult for other drivers to adapt from going from dry to wet to dry. Might mess with their tactics a bit more, but key thing is what tyres will everybody start on. I mean, softs, mediums, and hards all work around here. It's a low tyre wear track, so people will be starting differently, but we should be starting soon, assuming nobody readies up too early on the grid. Otherwise. And it is 5 red lights for the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. Leebob, can he get the best start this time? Doesn't look like it. K5M5 heading into turn 1 on the inside. Leebob on the outside. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can. Leebob now on the inside into turn 3, but Lucky Lemon looking behind them, trying to get ahead. Leebob back down the inside. K5M5 and only 3 wide into turn 4. K5M5 still just ahead as Leebob hangs it around the outside, heading through turn 5. Leebob back into the lead. Another brilliant stop by him. And I think Katachum has just got off the track. Yes, he is. He's broken his front wing. Lucky Lemon make contact with him. As Lucky Lemon out down the inside of K5M5. K5M5 trying to hang it around the outside, but it don't work. Both Aston Martins with brilliant starts. Robot Reaction up into 4th as Katachum's tumble down the order. NSO Burt also making spots from 6th to 5th. Drabsal, who started last, he's up to 6th. What a getaway from him. But seems to be many instances on the track. Katachum, he's broken his front wing. He's furious as the two Red Bulls seem to have gotten involved in some skirmish because they're really far behind everybody else. But it's Liebov once again with a brilliant start, taking the lead. K5M5, he's all over back of Lucky Lemon, trying to take back his position. I think Drabsal's now got ahead of the Mercedes. Yes, he has. He's absolutely flying, is this Ferrari. As heading into Stowe, he started last. He's now P5. Robot Reaction also with a very good start. Started 7th. As now he's got a down inside. Oh, nearly hits the back of K5M5. As Drabsal, he's now all over back of him. He's going for a move. Down to turn 1. What can Robot Reaction do about it? Absolutely nothing is the answer. Drabsal, he's gained 8 positions. What a start from the pole sitter for the sprint, and he's showing what he can do in these dry temperatures. I'm saying round the Wellington straight, Lucky Lemon keeping the lead bob, K5M5 keeping the Lucky Lemon. It's all line astern up front as Party Ghost is the closest person, closest fast on track right now. See how many positions everyone getting. Look at that. 8 positions gained in the first 2 laps from Drabsal. And let's see whatever ties up. So Lee Bob, that might have been why he got the best getaway, starting on the mediums. And Lucky Lemon, K5M5 all the way down to Robot Reaction, 4 on the hards. And Clorian is the only driver on the softs, so you might want to keep an eye on him. As NSO Burt looks to be extremely close to Robot Reaction. And down the straight, he's burning his ERS. Can he get ahead? Doesn't look like it, just holding back for now. Lucky Lemon, although he's on the hards and Lee Bob has a tyre advantage as he's on the mediums, that is not stopping him. He's all over back of Lee Bob. K5M5 not close behind, and Drabsal trying to gain up on them and improve his already brilliant start. But here he goes, look, he's all over back of him. Heading into turn 1, DRS is enabled. This is the first time we'll have DRS this weekend, as it was disabled in the sprint race because of the wet weather conditions. Leapov sliding around. He's got way more patience. Ooh, gets on the curb though. That's going to cost him Lucky Lemon. And doesn't look like he's close enough because of that curb. The exit. K5M5 just monitoring these two, seeing if he capitalises. But here comes NSO Burt on the inside of Robot Reaction. Can he get the move on the inside of Robot Reaction? Try to do a switch back. But NSO Burt will have the inside and he will take P5. Recovering from his mistakes in the sprint, and he's up to P5. That's Lucky Lemon. Once again, he's all over back of Liebob, and it might be only a matter of time, but we saw how Liebob defended in the sprint race. He is no stranger to defensive driving. As K5M5 also around the back of him, Drabsal just outside DRS. Ooh, K5M5 drifting around. That's how they go through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, he could throw a carpet over them. As Lucky Lemon, now with the DRS. Is he going to be burning it? Yes, he is. As now Lee Bob's also burning his ERS as K5M5 right in the wings, but Lucky Lemon round the outside. Lee Bob hangs it round the outside, and there's still wheel to wheel, and he hits a club and just cuts him off trying to go around the outside. Now Lucky Lemon's been hit as all of us still somehow in the same order after all. Our Drabsal's now caught up, and we got a 4-way battle for the lead. As back into turn 1, it's still Lee Bob in the lead from Lucky Lemon, from K5M5. The K5M5 all over the back of Lucky Lemon, as is Lucky Lemon on Lee Bob, who will get the best exit out of turn 4 to get an overtake down into turn 6. Oh, Lee Bob seems to be squirming around a bit, but he looks to have got enough of an advantage, as Lucky Lemon's already quite low on ERS. He must have burnt it all in that attack last lap. We'll see how Lee Bob's ERS is getting on. He's also very weak. Drabsal and K5M5 looking very nice on their ERS, so they are just waiting for an opportunity. Party Ghost still right behind Corian, who's the only driver on the soft tyres. Those soft tyres don't seem to be working at the minute for him. Robot Reaction has kept with... still holding behind. Robot Reaction is still with NSO Burt, but might be able to get a move, but we are more focused on the 4-way battle for the lead. K5M5 currently running third. No, all about 4 tenths away from each other. Can Lucky Lemon go down the inside? Yes, he can. Lee Bob gives him a room, but he's still staying ahead just about. Brilliant defensive work from Lee Bob. K5M5 and Drabsel looking to capitalise on any skirmishes these two have at the front. But Lucky Lemon made a bit of a mistake there. Now he's about 6 tenths behind Lee Bob. K5M5 just ready to capitalise on anything that happens in front. Let's keep in mind, Lee Bob's tyres are going to drop off quicker than all these guys behind him. As all they both get on the curb, as all squirming around on the exit, is still same order. They've all kept the same orders. Here comes Drabsel though, started last. He's now up into the podium on the inside of K5M5. And can K5M5 get the switch back? Doesn't look like it. Drabsel from last is up into the podium by lap 5. What a drive from Drabsel so far. It's K5M5 looking to fight back. The pole sitter down to 4th. He doesn't seem to have the pace at the minute. He might just be preserving and waiting till later. But at the minute it is Lucky Lemon still pressurising Lee Bob, and Drabsel should be right on the back of this lot soon. He has burnt a bit of ERS in doing that, but Lucky Lemon's still very low on ERS. But Lee Bob's now made a mistake into Marius and Beckett, and he is right behind him, aimed down the hanger straight. As here comes Drabsel now. We could go 3 wide here into Stowe. It's free of press here into Stowe. Lucky Lemon down the inside. As Drabsel goes round the outside. Can he keep on the track? Yes, he can. What a move. As now Lee Bob trying to go down the inside. Can't quite get it back. K5M5 also holding back. But what a move from Drabsel. Goes from 3rd to 1st in one corner, round the outside of Stowe. You could not get any better than that. Drabsel, after starting last, is up to 1st by lap 6, showing his pace in quali. Made a mistake in the sprint, but he's very much redeeming himself as K5M5 nearly hitting the back of Lee Bob. Katsuchun gets a 3-second time penalty. His race not going well after the praise of the sprint race from last to P4. But Drabsel is the star of the show. Lucky Lemon is still very much with Drabsel. Oh, he spun him out! Lucky Lemon has spun Drabsel out! Unless Drabsel just made a mistake, but he was incredibly close, Lucky Lemon. But Drabsel again, after having such a good session, has now dropped back down the order. And where's he down to now? He's down to P6. He's now squabbling with all this lot. Excellence. And Drabsel nearly wheel to wheels. Party goes on the inside. Florian into Cops as Party goes gets ahead, but Williams finally. Williams trying to hang it back around the outside. That won't work out. But Drabsel, when is his luck going to change as he gets spun out? Meanwhile, back to the battle at the front. Lee Bob still right behind Lucky Lemon. K5M5 just kept his nose clean in all this. Yet it's still Lucky Lemon holding on to. And Lee Bob, who's been doing most of the defending this weekend, he's now the one doing the attacking on Lucky Lemon. As K5M5 just can't get ahead. As Chlorian's now in the pits, so I think his softs have died out already. But Drabsel now leading this train of excellence and party goes. Can they now stick with him? But back to the top 3, they're still incredibly good. Robot Reaction and NSO Burt have now caught up to this. What went from a 4-car battle to a 3-car battle is now back to a 5-car battle. You cannot separate these drivers as heading down into turn 6. Is Lee Bob going to be patient with Lucky Lemon? Yes, he is. He just wants to manage that battery, as K5M5 still doing very good on battery. As, again, Lucky Lemon and Lee Bob already drained quite a lot of it. So K5M5 in the prime position here. As NSO Burt and Robot Reaction were catching these lot, also very low on ERS. So K5M5 looking very good on ERS. As, let's check what tyres everybody is on. So Lee Bob and NSO Burt. So nobody on softs anymore. Lee Bob and NSO Burt on the mediums. So how quickly they will die out is a question. But Lee Bob now catching Lucky Lemon, and he's going to go down the outside of the Aston Martin, just what Drabsel did to them. As now Lee Bob back into the lead, but Lucky Lemon trying to go and hang it round the outside. As is that going to work? It's a claw that could get risky. As very nice racing. Lee Bob takes back the lead of this race of what he's held for so long. As K5M5 now trying to capitalise. Doesn't quite work out. And it is still K5M5 in third, but he's trying to overtake Lucky Lemon, trying to force him into a mistake. But you just can't pinpoint who's going to be leading one lap. As Robot Reaction and Edison Burt now right in this fight. We've got a 5-way battle for the lead, nearly a second between them all. As Leebob starts to pull away a bit, here comes K5M5. He's had enough of sitting behind them. As Lucky Lemon is powerless to defend. With K5M5's better ERS, he goes a bit wide though. Can Lucky Lemon hang it back round the outside? Looks like K5M5's just going covered. Robot Reaction. Oh, these are the teammates here, so we might want to play this a bit tactically as to what they do. They'll race each other fairly. NSO Burt also looks to capitalise at the bottom of this. Ooh, Robot Reaction. Ooh, he's burning his ERS there to look for him behind his teammate, but two teammates don't want to go wheels with onto cops. As it is still Leebob in the lead of this race as Lucky Lemon cuts across Max Beckers a bit. Is Lucky Lemon's tyres starting to go off? He seems to be struggling a bit. But here comes K5M5. Is he going to go for a move on Leebob? Yes, he is. He's burning his ERS. That's not on the inside. K5M5, he's been sat back all this whole time. But now he's decided, I've had enough. And now he's taken the lead of the British Grand Prix. The pole sitter went from first to fourth. And now he's back up into the lead as it looks like there's a Red Bull. A Red Bull span, I think. Yeah, in Magnussen Beckett's. Burke Bally and Red Bull are not having a very good day in the office at the moment. But Lucky Lemon, his tyres are now back into it. As K5M5, he's starting to now pull away. Was he just managing and saving his tyres? And now he's ready to blitz away from everybody else. And yeah, look, he nearly broke a second from Leebob. Leebob's just sticking with him though. As NSO Burr, he's also close behind Road Reaction, but Road Reaction, he's very low on ERS, but he's managing to keep that P4 at the minute. It's been a nice drive from him. How is Dravsal getting on? Dravsal's catching this pack back up. After he got spun by Lucky Lemon, he's all of a sudden only 2 seconds behind NSO Burt, who is, and these top 5 will win DRS of each other. And he's dragging along at excellence of particles with them. We're going to have an 8-way battle for the lead soon here, ladies and gentlemen. As all but K5M5, I think he's broken the DRS, or did Leebob just about stay within it? We're about to see as they go into the DRS zone. But he did break DRS. K5M5, he must be burning his DRS to break away from this lot, and he has burned a lot of his DRS, but he has broken DRS. So can K5M5 now blitz away, or will Leebob keep him honest? But Leebob is also being kept honest by Lucky Lemon and all the other cars behind him. As is, ooh, and that squirmy from Leebob coming out of the last corner. Lucky Lemon again looking to try get back up to P2. That's so many different race leaders today. There was once Drabsal. Oh, I think another Red Bull's had a crash. Yeah, Red Bull again into Woodcut, Berkey Bally, and he's not having a very good day on those softs. But yeah, look at K5M5. He's proper building a gap now. Was Lucky Lemon. Oh, he's very close. He's going to go down the inside. Oh, very close. Can't quite make a move, but he's going to go around the outside. Into Woodcut. No. Trying to get the switch back, though. Down into Cops. And right behind him. As now Drabsal still gaining on them. Dragging excellence with him. And so Burt also right behind. Rotor Reactions nearly lost DRS to Lucky Lemon. As Lucky Lemon is really eager to get past Leebob. Maybe he thinks he can catch K5M5. Oh, and there's a Red Bull in front now. Oh, he's getting lapped after his spin. As Ernesto Burt, he's now looking at the back of Robot Reaction. On the inside into Stowe. Can Ernesto Burt get ahead of the Aston Martin? Lucky Lemon looking up front at Leebob, but squirming around is NSO Burt, trying to get ahead of Road Reaction. He just hangs on and he's gone into the pit lane. Late dart there from NSO Burt, but he's coming to the pits, maybe tries to get the undercut on all the cars ahead. As Lucky Lemon still just behind Leebob. As Drabsal is now pretty much caught up to the back of them. Drabsal could still win this, anyone can still win this race, but K5M5 looking comfortable up front, starting to pull away slightly. But can Lucky Lemon get ahead of Leebob after all this time? As Lee Bob looks like he's just got just enough of an advantage. And they're both very weak on ERS. But K5M5 looking very happy up at the front. He sat back in the first few laps, watched everybody battle, and now he's capitalised on everyone battling. He might have been saving his tyres. Lucky Lemon, he's right behind the Alfa Romeo. He really wants his position, and the fact that Lee Bob's still on the mediums might contribute to the fact that he's slowing down a bit. And Lucky now gone wide into Cox. It's painful for Lucky Lemon. He's stuck behind the Alfa Romeo. Ooh, he's not going to go for a move into Marits and Beckett's. And now through Marits and Beckett's, he needs a good exit to try and get ahead, and he does get a good one. Lee Bob gets a bad one. It's heading down the straight. Both might be burning ERS. Lucky back from motor reaction. We can see Lucky Lemon getting ahead, and he watches his teammate go past the Alfa Romeo and is set free from behind him. And can he catch up to K5M5 now? Oh, it's a virtual safety car. Oh, and now Lucky Lemon and Lee Bob, everyone's going to be pitting now. Berkey Valiant has retired after all his spins. Everyone is pitting, but K5M5 had already gone past the pit lane when he got deployed. Past he goes, gets a 5-second penalty for spinning a pit lane. But everyone surely now is going to undercut K5M5. That is the worst timing possible. The virtual safety car came out while everybody... Oh, this is going to be bad for Aston Martin. Oh, yeah, he's getting held up. Robert reaction with the car behind the Aston Martin. He's going to lose a place to Drabsal and maybe even Excellence. And he does lose a place to Excellence. But K5M5, after leading this race comfortably, has now had a virtual safety car well, not ruin his race, but he would have been leading. Now he should come out behind all this lot, because they pitted under the virtual safety car, which means they'll lose a lot less time. So unless K5M5 can build that gap back up, looks like Lucky Lemon is going to retake the lead of this race. Although I would likely say he would get a penalty for his incident with Drabsal. But if Drabsal wins, then he might not appeal it because he'll be so happy. But anyway, we go back to racing. Oh, and he doesn't want to spin again, Drabsal. Excellence nearly does hit the back of him, and now he's trying to come back at Drabsal. Drabsal's lost quite a bit of time to the cars in front. As NSO Burt round the back of them, reaction also behind them. But the grid's kind of spread out now. Lee Bob 2.5 seconds behind. As Lee Bob's got a penalty actually as well. I don't know what for though. We'll check. Penalties. Oh, must be track limit. 3-second time penalty. But Excellence behind Drabsal, but not burning EOS, so it doesn't look like he's just going to hold station for now. As well, look at all these four. Chlorian trying to come back at NSO Burt. He's already pitted, I think. So they should have a lot fresher tyres, but they might take a while to warm up. As yeah, the gap only 22 seconds between Lucky Lemon and K5M5. Yeah, you normally lose about 26 or 27 around Silverstone, so that is incredibly tough luck. K5M5 is still not over yet, but he's going to have to make a big combat drivers. Look at all these drivers. Even after half the race distance, they're all still glued together. As Lee Bob's fallen back from Lucky Lemon, Lucky Lemon's reeling in K5M5 a bit. Drabsal 4 seconds behind Lee Bob. Can he catch back up? But if he catches, he's going to drag this train with him, as both Red Bulls now out of the race. Safety car! Safety car! Oh my words! And what could have been a disaster for K5M5 has now turned out even better. As now he's going to be able to pit under the safety car, lose the same amount of time that the other runners did, and he'll have fresher tyres. All the twists and turns in this race, and you just don't know who's going to come out on top. And it looks like K5M5 will pit, yes, and I would definitely say that it'll come out ahead of Lucky Lemon. But we'll keep an eye on Lucky Lemon now to see whereabouts K5M5 is. Let's see how good his stop is. But I think K5M5 should hold on to this lead. It's going to be close. Coming through the last few corners. Lucky Lemon's got to go slowly. But the pit lane's very slow. I think Lucky Lemon's going to get it back. He will into turn 1. Lucky Lemon As now, K5M5 on the inside. Will he stay ahead of Lee Bob? Oh, he's going to be close. I think he just got it. I think he's just stayed ahead of Lee Bob. It was incredibly close. But K5M5, he'll have the fresher tyres, and he's come out in P2, so he has come out before, but it's a lot less disastrous than it would have been if there wasn't a safety car. But the safety car has thrown a spanner in the works, and it will bunch everyone back up. It's going to mean Dravzel's got a chance. Excellence, we know how quick he is. He's got a chance. Robert Reaction, he got held up by his teammate in the pit lane, so he can catch back up. So yeah, huge amount of these drivers still in with a shot at a great result. As Lee Bob, the only one of the front runners to have a penalty for track limits. I'm not sure how many other warnings everyone else has, whether on the verge of getting a penalty. But Catotume and Chlorian have got a chance to get back in this race after their dreadful start. But yeah, it's a shocking day at the office for Red Bull, double DNF. So we need to wait until Catotume and Chlorian catch back up, because I think they pitted, and you lose a lot of time in the pit lane at Silverstone. But yeah, it gives me a chance to catch a breather, because it's been a crazy race so far. So yeah, Partigo's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that's unfortunate for him. Catotume must have got 2 sets of track limit penalties, and Lee Bob obviously with a 3-second penalty for track limit. So those are the only penalties in this race so far. Still got 11 laps to go, and really it's anyone's game. Let's see what tyres are on. I'm assuming they're all on. No, so that is so yeah, Lee Bob, that's not worked out well for him, because he's now got to go to the end on the hards, because he started on the mediums, obviously. So everyone else is probably going to be a lot faster around him. So yeah, NSO Burt and Lee Bob, the only people on the hards. Catotume is on the softs, so we'll see what he can do from there. Well, Reaction's got a penalty for collision under the safety cars. Oh, has NSO Burt got damage, or? Oh, but Robot Reaction, it might not have been his fault, because collisions under safety cars are a bit weird in this game, and they give you penalties for things that shouldn't be penalties. But that has not helped his race one bit, and Robot Reaction's now got to drive with a 5-second time penalty on his back. But how long can Lucky Lemon defend from K5M5? I think it might be safety car in this lap, because everyone is bunched up. No. Oh, safety car is in this lap. Okay, so Lucky Lemon weaving around, keeping the temperature in his tyres. He will be the one to serve in the face, K5M5. He's got the fresher tyres, and he will be looking to take back that lead, which he would have had without all the safety car troubles. When will Lucky Lemon go? Can't overtake until the line, and no DRS until 3 laps after. K5M5 will just be hoping to stick with Lucky Lemon. Lucky Lemon's got to manage the DRS a bit better, because K5M5 was very advantageous on the DRS. But when will Lucky Lemon go? As now he's gone, squirming around on the exit, and we now go back to racing as Lee Bob has fallen back a bit from K5M5. He might be on pressure from Dravzel. Dravzel, he could still win this race, as NSO Burt right behind Robot Reaction, who we collided with on the safety car. Keeping an eye on Catotume, he's on the softs. But right now, we'll focus on the lead battle. K5M5 all over the back of Lucky Lemon on who will get the better exit. I think Catotume's got ahead of Chlorine. Yes, he has on those soft tyres, making good use of them. As heading down the straight, Lucky Lemon just doing enough to hold on to P1. Drabzel right behind Lee Bob, who's on those slower, hard tyres, and Drabzel would almost certainly be quicker on those mediums, but K5M5 with the fresher tyres of the whole grid, along with Catotube and Chlorian. As I think Lucky Lemon went a bit wide there. K5M5 trying to capitalise, just tucks in into Magnussen Beckett's. Just trying to weave it all a bit squirmy to Magnussen Beckett's there. Lee Bob still right behind him, could he re-overtake? But look at Drabzel, he's right behind him on the inside. Let's run on board with him. Lee Bob trying to defend, he's now got the inside. We nearly make contact. Lee Bob's just about staying ahead. Excellent, just about keeping with this lot as well. It's another boy battle for the lead. He goes down the inside. Still managed to not make contact somehow. Great racing from Lee Bob. As now on the exits, everyone's saying fastest laps. Lucky Lemon seems to be struggling as I think Catotube's gone off in the background. As K5M5 still all over the back of Lucky Lemon, you just can't seem to pull away at the minute. As what's happened to Drabzel? Excellence has gone down the inside of him and have a wheel to wheel on the exit. Drabzel just about stays ahead. As K5M5, he's going to go down the inside into Woodcut. No, he's not. Loffield, I should say. But Drabzel, he was looking at Lee Bob. Now he's defending from Excellence. As now Lee Bob, he was defending from Drabzel. Now he's looking at K5M5. You just don't know which way this race is going to go. Look, K5M5 is weaving all over the place behind Lucky Lemon, trying to force him into an error. But he's just waiting until that point. DRS, as Drabzel's now got a 3-second time penalty. That is severely going to ruin his chances at winning this race. But he's got one along with Lee Bob, so they are now fighting for position as if they're running the same race. But K5M5 still in the slipstream, they're all still hanging fire behind each other. Chlorian having a look behind Party Ghost. But look, they're all within DRS of each other. It's like F1 esports, they're all sticking with each other so well. As now, this is a lap where K5M5 might want to make his move. DRS is enabled, and we know how important DRS is around Silverstone. Into turn 3. He's just going to want to try and prioritise his exit as Drabzel's gone down the inside of Lee Bob. Lee Bob trying to hold position down the inside. As now he's trying to hang it around the outside. Excellence trying to capitalise. But now, on the exit, Drabzel looks right behind him. And in the DRS of Lee Bob, K5M5 trying to come for a move on Lucky Lemon as well. But Drabzel goes down the inside. They never make contact. Lee Bob gives him a room. As Drabzel goes round the outside. He's forcing him off. And Drabzel still behind the Alfa Romeo. Excellence looking to capitalise. And Robert Reaction not too far behind him either. Drabzel still can't find a way past the Alfa Romeo. They both have 3-second penalties. And look how fast K5M5 is. Surely it's only a matter of time before Lucky Lemon has to conceive a position. And look how much ERS difference there is. As now Chlorine gets a 3-second time penalty. Everyone's getting track limit penalties. As here comes K5M5. Surely he's got enough to get ahead of the Aston Martin safety car. And there's a safety car just as K5M5 got a position. And Drabzel's out of the race. What on earth has happened? Drabzel's running P4. He's now out of the race. Excellence is now up to P3. He's out of the lead, but did he make contact? Look how many cars are into the pits. Lee Bob. Proper Reaction. NSO Burt, they're all into the pits. Maybe they're just trying to put soft tyres on at the end to like a late charge. But Drabzel, from the highs of qualifying to the lows of a sprint race, from the highs to the start of the race to the lows of finally DNFing in the race. And that is controversial. K5M5 overtaking Lucky Lemon just as the safety car gets past. Just as the safety car gets deployed, sorry. And it will be K5M5 who leads them away. And Chlorian after... Okay, well, he was wheel to wheel with Excellence for some reason, but still, after all that, Chlorian, even after I was saying he just got a penalty and his day's been going badly. He's now up to P4, but look at the 5. Look at 5th to 9th. They are all on fresh, soft tyres, and there's going to be a good 5 laps of this race remaining. And worn mediums against fresh softs is no contest. So anybody in this race can still win. Obviously, the people with penalties are going to be at a big disadvantage. But yeah, K5M5, Lucky Lemon, and Excellence with a one-stop strategy. And Chlorian with a penalty, I don't think we'll be able to build a gap to second if he wants to win. But Lee Bob, NSO Burt, Catochum, even after his day, he's now up to 3rd of the fresh soft runners. Robot Reaction and Party Ghost, all right there. They are on the soft, they are ready to pounce on these warm mediums. And you just have no idea who's going to win this. And K-Fat and, oh, Excellence and Lucky Lemon are now pitting. So they're pitting. Oh no, so Lucky Lemon stayed out. But, wait. Okay, the pit's glitching a bit. Okay, so K5M5 and Excellence are both in. So they are now going to, so they're pitting for fresh softs, but they're now going to drop behind. Unless they've got damage of some sort, they are now going to drop behind all the fresh soft runners. So maybe they wanted to do that, maybe they want to be on the softs, but they've now dropped behind. So there's only 2 drivers now left on warm mediums. And that is Lucky Lemon and Chlorian. Chlorian has got a penalty. So Lucky Lemon is now a bit vulnerable, you'd say, to all those behind. Chlorian and Lucky Lemon are going to have to pull off the defensive masterclass of their lives if Lucky Lemon wants to win this race, because obviously he doesn't have a penalty, so that's a bonus unless he gets one track limits. And draft style might appeal him spinning him out earlier, but NSO Burt. Oh, NSO Burt just overtook Catochum somehow. Position change. So yeah, Lee Bob, after running 3rd and he had a penalty, he could still find himself in the lead of this race. And if Lucky Lemon hold up the rest of it back, he could still win this. As Catochum's also, let's check the penalties. So Chlorian and Lee Bob both have 3 seconds, and Catochum have 6. So Party goes pitted and served his 5-second penalty, so that's got removed. But I think safety car will be in this lap as everybody is bunched up. Safety car is in this lap. So we are ready to go racing. We have got a 6-lap shootout. Everybody, apart from the top 2, is on fresh softs. And Lucky Lemon and Chlorian, well, you could say they're vulnerable to those behind. And I don't know which way this race is going to go. Whether a medium runner or a soft runner is going to win it. But we are ready for the 6-lap shootout at Silverstone. It's like a sprint all over again. As when is Lucky Lemon going to go? Rambo Chlorian waiting behind Lucky Lemon, ready to go. Is he going to go in the same place he did last time? Yes, he is, squirming around Club. And he gets a very good getaway, nearly 6 tenths clear. As Lee Bob will already be looking to capitalise on those warm mediums of Chlorian. As he's got the fresh soft, he's got the speed. Excellence already ahead of K5M5. Let's look at that. But look at Lee Bob. He's already ahead of the Williams. Want to move around the outside? Oh, they make contact. The Williams spins out. The Williams spins out the Alfa Romeo as now the Catochum round the back of NSO Burt. Party goes wheel to wheel with Chlorian. He's now lost a bunch of momentum. Excellence now ahead of them. But Chlorian on the outside. Excellence out behind the Alpine. Partigo trying to go around the outside. Only 3 wide into Luffield. As Robot Reaction around the outside. NSO Burt. Partigo's wheel to wheel. Excellence. As now they make contact. As now Excellence on the inside of. I can't keep tracks. Excellence on the inside of Robot Reaction into Cop's corner. Robot Reaction just about holds on. As heading to Max and Beckett. As still, Catotune's now got 6 seconds worth of penalties. I was heading down onto a hanger straight. NSO Burt up to P3, robot reaction. And this is all working very well for Lucky Lemon. All of these battling behind. But here comes Excellence. Here comes robot reaction. Robot reaction trying to go around the outside of Burt. Doesn't quite work out. As it's a stone and they contact. Excellence has spun around just like Lee Bob. And that has now surely ruined his race. But robot reaction, he's out to P4. Catoshume, he started last through all of this, and after all his chaotic race, he's now up into P2. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties, and he's catching Lucky Lemon. Catatume can still win this race if all these guys battle behind. But Bird just ahead of Robot Reaction into turn 4. DRS won't be enabled until next lap, and look how quickly they're catching Lucky Lemon. That is the difference between fresh softs. And meanwhile, behind, Party Ghost, watch on board for K5M5. He's got a great view of his battle. Party Ghost down the inside of Robot Reaction. Robot Reaction lets him go. K5M5, he could have been winning this race. He could have been leading this race right now. But he's decided to pit. Is the gamble going to pay off? He's now trying to get the switch back on Robot Reaction. He's trying to go around the outside to Cobbs. I don't think that's going to work. But look, Catotune's already caught up to the back of Lucky Lemon. He's got a penalty. But, oh, is he going to go past into Max and Beckett's? Oh, Lucky Lemon don't want to fight that. It's Max and Beckett. He gets ahead. Party goes right behind NSO Burt. Can Catotune try and build a 6-second gap within the space of 4 laps? It's going to be hard. But with a fresh sauce, he could do it. As Lucky Lemon, I think, knows about his penalty, so he's just going to hold back for now. Oh, he's going to get down the inside up there, but Party goes trying to go around the outside of Burt, but it goes off the track. As now we make contact. As Party goes on the inside. As Burt's trying to hang it around the outside. On the outside, Party goes just also from TV direction. Balls up to Burt. He must have made contact with him and dropped down a bit. As now Burt's now down to 5th. Robot Reaction just behind him as well. Lee Bob sets fast off the race out game, hit an extra point. You just don't know where to look as Robot Reaction down the inside. Can't quite make it work. Lucky Lemon, he's now got the DRS of Catotune, but I think he's just going to hold behind for now. Party goes up to P3, K5M5. He could still end up winning this race, K5M5. He's now got DRS on Party Ghost, on the inside of Party Ghost. Now, into Luffield, he's now ahead of Party Ghost, goes a bit wide, but he's got the move done and up to P3. And all he's got to do is overtake Lucky Lemon and sit within 6 seconds of Catotube. And he's back to winning this Grand Prix. As I know, so Burt, he's now trying to come back. At Party Ghost. Robot Reaction in the mix as well. Lee Bob also trying to catch back up after his spin with Chlorian. And Chlorian just behind there. Excellence also after his spin. Just drop down the order. Lucky Lemon gets a penalty. Lucky Lemon has now got a penalty, and this is played right into the hands of K5M5. And I was criticising him for pitting and coming out behind everyone. Proved me wrong, because now he's in the box seat to win this Grand Prix. And so Burt trying to come back at Party Ghost. And Robot Reaction also trying to come at Burt. He's right behind him as we run on board with him. But again, the top 6 all within a second of each other. K5M5, he can just be patient with this lot. He sets the fastest lap. That'll give him an extra point as well. He was looking to take championship lead this weekend after Big Bertie couldn't make it. And he's looking set to do that. Robot Reaction also high in the standings. He needs a good haul of points. He wants to challenge his title. K5M5, oh, we keep pushing Lucky Lemon around these turns. As heading down the straight, is he going to burn his DRS? Yes, he is. He's quite low on the DRS. But here he comes. He's got the DRS, he's got the ERS, he's got the slipstream. And now he's got P2 off Lucky Lemon. And this should be easy unless Party Ghost can catch back up. Or NSO Burt or Robot Reaction. This seems all too good for K5M5. All he's got to do now is just play it cool, hang with Catotune, or overtake him if he feels like it. Just hang on, but the battle for the second step on the podium is very interesting, because this is the person who is technically in P2, Party Ghost. He's got NSO Burt right behind him, and Robot Reaction is right on the back of NSO Burt. So this is a battle for P2, assuming Lucky Lemon and Catotune don't extend a big of a gap to get ahead, as K5M5 should come for the lead. He doesn't care that Catotune's got a 6M penalty. He wants to win on track, and he's doing that at the minute. As now, Robot Reaction wheel to wheel with NSO Burt. As now trying to go around the outside. He's now on the inside for Club. Is he going to turn in? Gives him room. And now on the inside, just took it a bit too slowly, Robot Reaction. And now NSO Bert's lost the DRS to Party Ghost. That could be a guaranteed P2 for Party Ghost. We got move on to a penultimate lap, K5M5. Looking good up front, Lucky Lemon. Trying to build at least 3 seconds gap. As Robot Reaction again, still pressuring. This could be for the last spot on the podium. As NSO Bert squirming all over the place a bit. As Robot Reaction is just charging his DRS at the moment. As Party Ghost needs to give it all out now if he wants to catch K5M5, but he's got 2 cars in the way, who have both got penalties, so I think he might just hang back for now. Robot Reaction, really the only car on track looking to make a move. Lucky Lemon, right behind Catasume, but that Lucky Lemon might just hold behind him because it won't matter. Oh, and Robot Reaction's wheel to wheel through Cops, and he's got the move done! Great move from Robot Reaction to take what will be the last spot on the podium. But Lucky Lemon, if you look at the gap, he's nearly got 3 seconds gap. Is 2.5 at the minute. So P2 keeps squabbling. And they are going to keep squabbling because here comes NSO Burt back at Robot Reaction. And on the inside, he's now got the position back. So can Lucky Lemon, after all this, still get a podium spot? What's happened? Lucky Lemon's got off with Catatume. They made contact. That's a lot. Party goes up into P2. And now this is now for the spot on the podium without penalties applied. Robot Reaction right behind him. Lee Bob, he's now back in this. He could get Lucky Lemon still. Catatume still P5, but that won't be on the. That's on the road. That won't be when the results happen. But this is now the final lap, and can Robot Reaction snatch the last podium spot off NSO Burt? As coming round into turn 4, this is one of his 2 chances. We'll run on board with him, see if he's burning ERS. No, he's not. But yes, he is actually. He's going to be close enough to make a move. Heading down to Lawfield. Going to go down the inside. Robot Reaction on the inside into Lawfield. He'll have the outside for Woodcut. As now NSO Burt goes off a track. He's now trying to get a switch back. Doesn't quite work. As on the exit, Robot Reaction's still right there. Ready to capitalise on any errors Burt makes. This for the last spot on the podium. We cut back to K5M5, who has nailed this strategy. Party goes also with a great drive, but we are focused on a battle for the podium. As Robot Reaction nearly making a move into Max Beckett, as he's right on the back of him. We'll run on board. Down to the last overtaking spot. It's a nice exit for Burt. Is he gonna have enough of a car left? But Passport with a slipstream and DRS. Robot Reaction looks to have got the place into Stowe. Burt trying to hang it on the inside, but it looks like it's going to be Robot Reaction who gets P3. But K5M5 has nailed this race. He's nailed the strategy, and he's going to win the British Grand Prix. Round 5, Div 2. Party Ghost, a brilliant podium for him as they race to the line. It will be Robot Reaction who gets a podium. Lee Bob gets Excellence get both of them after penalties are applied. NSO Burt P4, condolences to him. Excellence P5 after his spin late on. Catatume a bit further down after his penalties. And Lucky Lemon, who was running high all race, also had a spin at the end. We'll have to look back on what happened there. But what a race here at Silverstone. What a race from K5M5 at Silverstone. You just never knew who was going to win that race. The top 3 was separated by nothing, top 4, then top 6. Everyone kept swapping. It was just unbelievable. As there is the classified order for you, and it is a domination from K5M5. After all that, gets a sprint win, gets a race win, and the fastest lap. Nothing can harm his performance. What a race from him. There's a few people not happy, including Lucky Lemon in the chat, but I didn't see the crash with Catatume. Yeah, I've lost my voice after that. What a brilliant race. I'm going to go into voice chat, or actually commentator chat, if anybody wants pre-race, post-race interviews. Oh, yeah, what a race. What a race. Brilliant drive from K5M5. Brilliant drive from Particos as well. That really went under the radar. Kind of just quietly got into P2, did the work. But yeah, collision between Lucky Lemon and Catotune ended poorly later on. Might get some interviews soon. Yeah, so we'll see if anyone joins for some post-race interviews. I mean, I'm sure some people would I'll do it in general then. Oh yeah, because some people don't have access. Wait for some people to join. How do you spell it? Oh, hello. Is this Party Ghost? Party Ghost. P2 seemed like a quite an underrated drive from you. Quietly got about your business.
That final 5 lap sprint was, I don't know what to say. I was dead last. I think the only person behind me was KJ. And, all we had to do was a couple of overtakes and move on a robot reaction. That was a good battle with him. But other than that, it was pure chaos, man. We just had to avoid the chaos and make sure I don't get another penalty. And, KJ, there was a time when KJ was behind me. And the McLaren, and I don't know who the other one was, the people in second and third, they took each other out on the second last lap.
Yeah.
And they both had penalties, and I was like, oh god, I mean, this might be a win.
I know.
But KJ just flew past that.
Yeah, no,
I
don't know why. I don't know why they took each other out because they had penalties anyways.
The McLaren, I mean, he was losing traction all over the place in the sprint as well. And even now, I think when he was going into the final sector, he just lost traction, and the guy behind him didn't have enough time to react. And yeah, that was a brilliant race. I mean, this is the first race I actually completed in this league, so I mean, it's a restart, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Cheers.
Well, yes. I mean, seemed like a good race from you. I mean, I'd didn't really notice it.
The first 15 laps. I mean, the final safety car restart. That was when it all kicked off. And I mean, the first 15 laps were they were clean. They were close. I mean, the cars were closely back, but they were fairly close. And the final safety car restart, everything kicked off. Yeah, that was pretty insane.
Well, yeah, because everyone obviously like box for softs at the end, apart from Lucky Lemon and Chlorian,
Yeah,
I think it was.
Lucky Lemon, I think that's what cost him. Even though I think if he had, he would have. He was getting beaten up by the guys behind, and I think that's what cost him. To be honest, a bit of a weird strategy call, but good luck for the next race then, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really notice it. Like all of a sudden, you pops up into P2, and I'm like, oh wow, look it.
It was weird because I started P5 and got absolutely beaten up at the start because I wasn't supposed to be on the hards, but I was on the hards, and that was a bit of a problem. But then the first snaps were just like, just keep your base manager ERS. And when the fun safety car restart happened, I was like second last. I was like, all right, just stay out of the chaos. You'll find your way to, I don't know, a top 5, top 6 finish, and then we see your P2. So yeah, nice race.
Yeah, seems that I'll have to move on to the next set of interviews now. But yeah, great race from you. It was great to watch. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Okay, we'll just get the next person in. I think Lucky Lemon might want an interview. Yeah, Lucky Lemon might have some stern words to say about Catotume, but I don't know if Lucky Lemon he was asking me to, and now seems to have ghosted. Okay, looks like we're going to hear from Catotume instead, because he doesn't seem to be. Lucky Lemon doesn't seem to be joining. Catotume. So quite a mixed race for you, from the lows of qualifying to the highs of the sprint race, and then seemed a bit squiffly at the end of the race there. Can you tell us about what happened?
I don't know. Bad race.
Yeah, I obviously don't know what you know from the comms perspective, but yeah, but you still take P6, was it, that you got? But yeah, it seems.
I think it was P7.
Oh, P7, but still, that's your first race, I think it was. So still, P7's not a bad result for your first race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also the penalties also didn't help, but yeah, you can't be too diminished with that. Yeah, anything you like to point out during the race? Or?
No.
Okay. Let's see if I can get anybody else in here. All right. Oh, we might. Oh, hello. Is that our race winner?
Hello, mate.
Hello. Congratulations, K5M5. Congratulations on the Silverstone domination, sprint win, fastest lap, and race win. You can't do better than that.
Shame about quali though. I think I could have gotten pole. I just made a few mistakes in sector 3 and some bits and lots of beckets. so I could have gotten pole. I could have gotten the sweep.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. I mean, from my point of view, you had a really undulating weekend because obviously at the end of the sprint you were stuck behind leave the whole race, and then you got him at the last corner, which would have been by like 40 milliseconds, but you got a penalty at the last corner. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, if I'm honest, throughout the entire sprint, I knew I was quicker than Lee. I just waited until the last lap for whatever reason. Maybe I was scared to make a move, but I'm happy with how it turned out anyway.
Saving the best to last. So yeah, then the race. When I was actually criticizing you when you pitted for softs at the end because you came out behind everyone, but you shut me up pretty quickly. So
I was thinking about that as well. I was like, is this a bad idea? Is this a good idea? Because I got really unlucky with the first safety car. Like,
yeah,
I use a VSC.
I know, because like the VSC came out just as you were past the pit lane, but just as everyone was just before it. But then another safety car came out, so you didn't lose as much time.
Yeah, I was like really slow on the in lap of the safety car. I was like panicking. So also on the end of the VSC, I was like plus 1.5 seconds on my delta. So if I didn't do all those things, I probably would have gotten ahead of Lemon as I came out of the pit lane, which I didn't. But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, it was just a great race. You kept it all clean, avoided incidents. It seemed like because for the first few laps, like you just kind of held back behind Lucky Lemon and Lee, and they just kept squabbling in front of you. But they've been burning their ERS, and then I saw you had like max battery, so you just pushed one lap and then bolted from there. Yeah.
And to be honest, I was just watching the show.
Yeah,
I was enjoying myself at 100% ERS while they were flashing. So I was like, alright, I have a shot of winning this.
I know. They just kept burning their battery while you were fine.
KJ, it's 4 a.m. over here, so I might have to go. So
oh right, nah, that's fine. But yeah, great job.
Thank you. Good luck in D1 tomorrow.
Thanks.
See ya.
See if anyone else wants to do one. See if Robot Reaction wants to do one. Right, last chance for anybody watching the race. Robot Reaction might do one, but Robot Reaction's got his parents about, so doesn't want to do an interview. Okay, I'll end the stream now because people want to watch it now. So yeah, that is our round 5 Div 2 race. Crazy, chaotic race, full of incidents, full of brilliant battles. The field really equally matched. So yeah, if we might have a stream for Div 1 tomorrow, but we also might not. But I might be commentating next week, and we'll join you back for the Div 2 or Div 3 race next week. But yeah, that's it from me, and thank you all for tuning in. Bye.